Hi, and welcome along. Now, anyone who's been producing for longer than a week or so is going to end up with a bit of music which looks exactly like this. Doesn't matter what style you produce, you'll almost certainly end up with a very short loop. Here's one. It looks like this and sounds like this. Quite nice if you're into your techno, as I am, but it isn't a full song. It's not even an 8-bar loop, it's a 4-bar loop. To tell you the truth, maybe it's even a 2-bar loop. Not far off a 1-bar loop. You get the picture. And when you scroll over to the right, where all the rest of the song will be, well, there's nothing. And it's really not difficult to get into this position, and not much less difficult to get stuck and leave a track in this position forever. I can't remember when I started this track, but it was not recently. So it's just sitting on my hard drive as an 8-bar loop, and that's a shame. So there's all sorts of ways of dealing with that and turning tracks into full songs. Probably the best way for me, and I do finish a lot more music these days than I used to, is to just try not to get into this position in the first place. So what I'm going to do is show you one way to avoid getting stuck at all. I get rid of that one, maybe dig it out sometime, who knows. Just load in a track I've already made. So here it is. Looks quite different, much longer. And what I'm going to do is just create an arrangement based on this. So here's the track. Just leave it all while we're talking. Turn it down a bit. You might ask, what kind of idiot goes through and makes an arrangement based on their own track when they can just dig it off their hard drive? Well, the kind of idiot who doesn't want a copyright strike on YouTube, especially since it's in my first video, so I thought I would do it on my own. So there we go. So I'm just going to take us through the process of recreating the arrangement with no sound. We'll just listen to this and we'll create a very quick arrangement, and you'll see, I hope, that will make it much more difficult to get stuck in that horrible loop, and to be a bit more quick in terms of turning this into a track. So let's get cracking. First step, let's figure out what tempo this is. Not too difficult to do in Reason, you just click this in time with the music, so let's do that. Sorry, you have to disable stretch. There we go. So it's around 120. I actually cheated. I know it's 121 for this one. Now, once you've got that, you can see that the track is going on for about 5 minutes. And I think the first thing to do is just to lay out where the kick drum is. That's not normally the most difficult thing to do in the world. So we just add any instrument tool. Doesn't matter because they're not going to make any music with it. Just call it kick and just place it in. Make a little loop there. I always like my drums in red, so I'm going to do that. And it's just basically a matter of going through and seeing how far this continues and just copying it in. So we've got some sort of breakdown going on there. So I'm going to label that breakdown. So it kind of looks like there's no kick drum here. There might be a little mini break. There we go. So just delete that. Let's give ourselves a little bit more real estate. Now, if you want to spend a while on this, you can have a look at these sections here. Delete that there, but I won't do that this time. Because the point is not to exactly recreate what you've got. The point is just to give yourself an overall structure. So let's just have another go at, well, the next thing that's interesting that we hear. Probably the bass is a prominent one, so let's just create an instrument. There we go. And perhaps the bass comes in at bar 17. Certainly does. B for brown and B for bass. So that also looks like it just keeps going, as basses can do. And then it filters down. Now I'm just going to note that it does do that. Just like this. And I'm not actually doing any automation, I'm just noting that that is the kind of thing that's happening. So for this track I made before, I put a little fade down. And on we go. And then the bass has gone by 137 bars. So let's try and find something else, something interesting. So I happen to notice there's a little kind of nice jingly thing, which seemed to start somewhere around here. Maybe there. There we go. A little bit of ear candy. So let's call that ear candy. I suppose Pink Night Sweets. I don't know why I've evolved these colour schemes. Anyway, so that's a little short thing, and it's there. And then I think it comes in again at some stage. There's another one. And actually, it doesn't matter if you get it exactly right or exactly not right. What you're looking for is just to get to an 8-bar loop in the first place. So say you want that kind of thing, and then maybe have another one in there, then that might be good to work with. So what else have we got? We've got a pad. Actually got two pads, but one of them is a kind of like an old school pad that seems to be starting around there. And it's just about there during the breakdown. It seems to keep going the entire time. But what it doesn't do is stay exactly the same each time. So for this one I like to use a different colour. So it does change and become more expressive around here in terms of its melodic content. And again, we're not looking to recreate it exactly, but let's just say that that bit is different. It doesn't have a chord change, whereas the other bit does. So there we go. And then the bit that's now grabbing my attention is, doesn't sound actually like it really is a piano, but nonetheless. So some kind of keys, and there it starts there. And doesn't go there. So that's telling you something there, the fact that it's actually, there isn't one in there. So it's trailed a little bit, and then it's dropped, and then it's picked up again. So I would guess I would call that a musical feature. There's some sort of introduction here, which is then being fulfilled here. Anyway, let's crack on. I'm hearing a kind of nice house vocal, which I certainly didn't recreate using that, whatever this device is, Sound Iron. I believe it's true to say I've never used that, nonetheless. So there it is. It's gone again by then, and it surely comes in a bit earlier. There it is. Again, I heard it filtering down, so I'll just remind myself that it does that. Although this is highly unlikely to be the instrument I would actually use. So you get the idea. You can do that with more and more instruments. There might not be that many more left. There's obviously all sorts of effects and stuff going on, which I certainly won't do today. And indeed, you don't need to, because once you've got a basic structure like this, putting effects in, crashes, that lovely cinematic slam here. That just comes naturally because you've already got a filled out piece of music to work with. The only bit we're really missing now is this arrangement line along the top. In reason it's not actually an arrangement line, it's I don't even know what it is. Blocks, I never use it. I don't understand how it works. But you can use it if you want, like this. I like doing this a lot. It really helps just to show you where the track is going direction-wise. And it really doesn't matter what DAW you're doing this in. I think most of them have this kind of feature, just basically a visual guide along the top that you use to organise the tracks. It's going to be some sort of introduction there, and then the outro in this case sort of keeps going worryingly late. So I'm not going to put a very long introduction in there as our outro. There is obviously a breakdown there. The bit that we really noticed as we was going through this is there was a fade there. Let's just give that a little colour. everything just fades down. It's not just the bass and the vocals, the whole thing does, definitely the drums. So that's an important feature. Now, is the main drop at 33 or 17? Let's have a look. Well, that's a judgment call. I'm going to say that this is more of a build, for which we don't have a block, but I'm just going to give it a different colour. And then call the main drop 33. And then perhaps just have this keep going here and here. And there. I like doing that for a few reasons. When you're working with a lot more tracks, you don't have to keep scrolling around to figure out where the breakdown is. So you can see that there's something visually, the colours are different where it says fade and breakdown. So you can see there might actually be a little snare rise there. So we could put that in there. Rise, make it orange. So then you've just got finally this outline of the direction of the track. And that just seems to change the way the mind works completely. If I'd have known about this earlier, I wouldn't have so many 8-bar loops sitting around on my hard drive. So I really hope that helps you to have a go yourself. I'll put a link at the bottom of the video so you can check out the full track as I finished it originally. And good luck with finishing more tracks more soon. Bye.